I've learned 5 skills in the past 9 years, and today I'm going to tell you everything you need to know on why you should learn a skill, how to learn any skill, what you need to know to get better at it, how to get work with any skill you choose to learn and get paid more for it. This can be done in just 6 months depending on how much time you have. And even if you're extremely busy, I'm going to tell you how I'm able to learn something new regardless of my schedule. These are the things I found that a lot of people struggle with. The goal of this video is to make sure you get a complete roadmap, especially if you aren't sure of what skill you need to learn. Most people want to learn a skill because of the financial opportunities you associate with learning a valuable skill. And a lot of people want to learn a skill because it's something that they are passionate about. Regardless of which you are, the goal at the end of the day is still one thing: to make money from it. And the best part about building a skill set is there are so many financial opportunities attached to it, which I'm going to cover by the end of this video. But for now, let's move on to how to learn any skill. Although courses are a great way to learn, a lot of people can't afford to pay for courses. I personally learned everything I knew from consuming free content on YouTube. Another way to go about this that I find not a lot of people talk about is using a free trial on a platform like Skillshare. This video is not sponsored at all, by the way, but if you look around the internet, there are a good number of links with a free trial where you can get up to 2 or 3 months free. And 2 to 3 months is enough time for you to learn any skill you want to, if you really put your mind to it. From video editing to graphic design, photography, whatever you want to learn. The best way to learn any skill is from consuming content from different sources. Let's use writing as an example. If I want to become a writer, the first thing I'm going to do is find a long video on YouTube that covers that topic, take notes, and then watch about 3 to 5 more long videos on this. The reason for this is getting information from different sources makes it easier to understand, because the first video might not be so clear on a certain part of writing. But if I decide to watch another video on the same topic, there is a chance that the other person might explain the concept even better, making the learning process easier for me. Now, through this process, I must have been able to find out the different types of writing that exist and then make a decision on the kind of writer that I want to be. Now, if you're taking this further, I can then use a free trial on any learning platform that dives even deeper into the type of writing I want to focus on. So platforms like Udemy, Coursera, and Skillshare. The key here is you need to be able to combine all these sources. So if you're learning from a video on Skillshare and they say something you don't quite understand, there could be a video on YouTube explaining that concept even better. The idea here is actually trying to understand what you're learning, taking notes if you have to. I'd highly recommend watching videos over and over again and also practice what you're learning. From my experience, that has been the best way to learn any skill. We can then talk about how you can get better at whatever you choose to learn. The best way to get better, as most people know, is practice. Now, using writing as an example we spoke about earlier, how I would get better at this is making sure I learn something new every single day. Now, how I did this with video editing is watching a video that had to do with video editing, even if it was just for 30 minutes. Regardless of where I was. If I was in a car on a way to a photo shoot, I'd play a video in the background. Making this a habit is how I was able to learn anything regardless of my schedule. Even if you're at home cooking, have a video play in the background. You're traveling somewhere, you can listen to a podcast related to what you want to learn. This is how you make it a part of your life. Apart from practicing on your own, you can also get better on the job. So how do you get work after learning any skill? The platform that I have the most experience is Upwork. You can let me know in the comments below if you like a full video covering this. But you can also use websites like LinkedIn, Fiverr. There are lots of websites. When I was applying to jobs on Upwork, my main focus was finding long-term work. Now, the advantage of long-term work over just doing any one-time job is, number one, you have a bit more predictable income. It gives you more experience with this skill set and you get even better. And this would also help you have more in your portfolio so you can show future clients. However, if you're just starting out, you might have to charge way less than most people would since you haven't had that experience yet. My very first video editing job, which I started years ago, I was earning about $3 an hour, which was crazy low. But unfortunately, that was the price I was paying for my lack of experience. Now, I'm not saying that you should charge low because it's a very, very ridiculous rate. At that point, it was my first job, so I was just happy to have a job. Now, when you start building a portfolio and getting obviously better at your job, where you're providing more value for your clients, you can start charging more. If you're very good at what you do, it eventually gets to a point where you're the one in the position to select the people you want to work with, which is a very, very good place for you to be as a freelancer. The advantage of learning any skill is the ability to turn it into multiple streams of income. So you can get paid for your skill by, number one, offering services directly to clients. The more skills you learn, the more value you bring, which then means you can charge more. You can also build a personal brand on platforms like YouTube or any social media platform where you can get monetized over time and then get paid for talking about the things you have learned from your own experience. The third thing is you can sell digital products related to your skill. So courses, ebook, or anything of that can bring value to people. The only digital products that I currently sell are Lightroom presets. You can also offer consulting services too. There are people that charge up to $1,000 an hour because they are so good at what they do. And I really wouldn't recommend doing consulting if you don't have enough expertise and proof to back up your skills. Like and subscribe if this video was helpful. Thank you for watching.